Hello, and welcome to the Pottervision podcast. The podcast where every 14 days, myself, Lucas Kirkby, and another man, Tom Lawrenson, we talk about a chapter of a famous children's book. It's part of a series, and we talk about other things besides. This week we're on episode 129, and we're on chapter 32. Bloody hell. 129. And I didn't like that. It's chapter 32 of book 5, Out of the Fire. Tom, how are you?
I'm alright. Struggling with my sciatica. It's taught me a lesson, this. If I ever recover, it's taught me a lesson. Warm up before you do any activity.
Yeah. Or, like me, just never do any activity.
Those are the two options you've got.
Yeah. So you're either doing double activity or nothing. It's your decision. Is it getting a bit worse in the cold weather? I assume that makes it worse.
Don't know. Don't bloody know.
There's been lots of snow this week in Germany. It's snowing again now. Keeps covering everywhere white.
Yeah. We were just, before this podcast started, we were singing Stop the Cavalry. Hey, Mr. Churchill. Which is not only my favourite Christmas song, but is possibly one of my favourite songs, full stop.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Can't you stop the cavalry? Because, Lucas, you were saying that he doesn't sound like arse as he's singing it.
Yeah. It's quite relaxing, isn't it? It's as if he's singing to himself in like the house doing jobs. Hiya, you alright? I'm recording.
But I think it's though he's had his like soul just destroyed, and he's like just his final request. I want to be at home for Christmas.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, the people are like, right, look, we've got this guy recording a Christmas song. He's a bit morose. So if you come in with your bells, and whenever it gets a bit like dreary, can you like ring him a bit? Mary Bradley waits at home. She's been waiting 2 years now. Now, ding, 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 ding.
I wish I was at home for Christmas. It is December. Season's greetings. How many more podcasts before Christmas? 1, 2, 3. There's no way of knowing. 2,
I think.
2.
Well, if let me do my maths. Then the one after this will be on Christmas Day.
Oh,
that's exciting, isn't it, children?
I listen to Pottervision podcast.
Can we open our presents after I've finished listening to the podcast? I've told you. Oh, Dad. They're on the quiz. Shut up.
Who's that? Craig Snow?
Could be. We've not given Mr. Snowy a shout out. He's never been called Mr. Snowy. That sounds very Christmassy, doesn't it? Maybe that's a new Roger Hargreaves character, Mr. Snowy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, today was a very exciting Christmas day because today St. Nicholas came to see all the children. Now in Germany, St. Nicholas or Nikolaus, is not the same as Father Christmas. They're two separate people. So Father Christmas is Santa, and then St. Nicholas is a saint who I think originally came from Turkey. Yes? You have a question, Tom? You got your hand up?
Does St. Nicholas or Nikolais like Coca-Cola?
No, that's Weihnachtsmann, Christmas man, Santa. Yeah. But he does have like a long white beard, and the guy today had like he looked like Santa, but he had a bishop's hat on. Right. So anyway, and he's supposed to give all the kids a present, right? And also, say that they've been good and maybe, how they've been this year, right? So a couple of days ago, we get an email saying, right, Nicolaus is coming on Wednesday. If you could send me an email back saying how the kids have been good this year and what they can improve on, right? So I sent an email back. I said, they've been working quite hard this year, but sometimes they can be a bit nasty to each other. They can, insult each other and not be very nice, right? The idea being that he, as this all-knowing person, would be like, oh, I feel that, maybe you could work on your teamwork this year or something like that, right? So anyway, so we all go into the library as a class. Right? He's there all dressed up and he does the beginning bit and he's like, right, I'm Nicolaus, I come from this. Talks to the kids, asks a few questions, right? Then he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a printed copy of my email. And he goes, right, Mr. Kirkby says that you've not been very nice to each other this year.
Oh!
And all the kids turn around to me like that.
Did he now?
They were like, looking at me like that, and I was like, I did, yes, I did.
Well, we'll be having a word with Mr. Kirkby once you leave, Papa Noel. Thank you very much.
It takes a bit of the mystique out of it when he's reading a printed out email, dobbing me in it.
Also said the biggest idiot in the class is you. Hey.
He said you're a right rotter. I didn't. It says here, look, you can even see his email signature at the bottom. Mr. Kirkby.
And who is Klaus? I'm Klaus, sir. He's put the poop emoji next to your name.
Oh. So yeah, Merry Christmas to you all and to all a good night.
Oh, you at the back of the room. Oh. Should we put a video on kids? No, we just want to do our work today, sir. I don't know why you've been like this.
Trying hard all year and this is how you prepare us. Well, we used to like you, sir.
For anyone listening, that wasn't just a silence. We were both just enjoying.
Yes, there is a bit of acting sometimes, don't we? We pretend, don't we?
We look at each other and we relish in the last expression that was done, and we just keep doing it.
Well, what I always was taught doing drama is it's not about what you say; it's about the poses.
Lucy was making me. Lucy said something funny. She said, you and Lucas were making me laugh on the podcast. She was catching up on the pod. And she said, for about 20 minutes at the beginning of the episode, OWLS, we just did admin.
Yeah.
I was like, did he? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know about that.
I don't ever remember what we talk about. Yeah. Well, it's always good to do a bit of admin. Well, thank you, Lucy. We might as well do some now. If you want to buy tickets. Hey, the Liverpool date has fallen through, unfortunately. So anyone who has bought a ticket will be contacted about getting a refund. But yeah, Manchester and London are still all speed ahead, so grab your tickets. And
that Liverpool date is what started this. Lucas messaged me going, this company at Liverpool want to do a live thing, and we were like, okay. And then Lucas goes, should we throw in some other dates? Well, right, I'm like, fine. Had that not popped up, we wouldn't be doing this. And now it's fallen through.
Yeah, well, so we're still grateful. Thank you very much.
So for any Scousers who are planning on going to the Liverpool date, I suggest you write to your MP and tell him what you think.
Yeah. Or get on a train or take the car and come see us in Manchester. Or London, should you be so obliged.
London. London.
Hey, Martina tells me you've got a new car. Is that true?
Martina and her little eyes.
Is it true?
Well, I've got a car. I've got a Golf, an old Golf. It's 20 years old.
Yeah.
But my sister Alice was getting a new car, and she goes, "You buy my old car off me." I didn't want to, but you know, sisters bully you.
Oh yeah.
So I've bought this car off her, and I've paid market value for it. She's like, "I'm doing you a favour. I'm doing you a favour." She didn't even clean it when she gave it me.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
The backs, so it's white, so it's covered in dirt on the outside. Like I know white cars collect dirt easily, but this one especially because it was drenched in mud and stuff. You'd think it was a brown car. But not to mention, in the inside, it's covered in dust. On the back seat, which is going to be hard to explain to the police if I ever get pulled over, is covered in baby sick.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Isn't that mad?
It's mad, isn't it? So, yeah. I remember I once did a car share with some comedians. I won't mention the name, but you'll know who I mean when I go... Yeah. So it was with him and with somebody else, right? And he was driving, and he goes, "Right, you all right in the back, Lucas?" So I went, "Yeah, I'm all right in the back." Right. So I sit in the back. And I'm like, instead of a window in the back seat, it's covered in bin bag. It's like a bin bag's been taped over it.
Yeah, some cars.
Like, what's happened here?
Some cars have windows. Some cars have bin bag. Carry on.
Some have bin bag, right? And I go, "What's here?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, someone smashed my window in." So I went, right. I look on all around me, and I've not noticed, but there's shards of glass all around me, like shattered little things of glass. I've got about 3 pieces in my hand of like tiny little shards of glass. So he's had his window smashed in, and he doesn't even bother to hoover it up. And he's just taped a bin bag over the window. You give it a quick once over, wouldn't you, with the old Henry?
He was actually, when we started this podcast, he was critical, that guy.
Was he?
He was like, "We're doing a podcast where we chat about this," and he was commented on the post, bringing up controversies surrounding these books. It's like, well, you got to throw that in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Bloody hell. Yeah, be supportive.
That's how he sounded.
Yeah, he never spoke, but we learned over the years how to interpret the noises. Ba, ba, ba. No, I'm all right, thanks. I'm all right. I've already eaten.
Yeah, so I've got.
Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, go if you need to.
Go if you need to. No, go. No, you're welcome. You are welcome. Well, why have you got to bring that up? We're trying to start a podcast.
Well, it's too late now.
Too late now. We've
Too
paid.
late saying that now.
We've paid Podbean for hosting. Oh.
Oh, Podbean.
Is that Mr. Bean? Podbean. Mr. Bean should have a podcast called Podbean, and it'd be hard to find.
Yeah, it should.
Podbean.
Podbean.
Is it any good, the Pottervision podcast?
I feel like it wouldn't work as a podcast.
What are you listening to? Pottervision podcast. Is it any good? No. What are they talking about this week? So your 20-minute commute to work just consists of the boys going ba ba ba. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Bean for a bit. New car.
100 and however many episodes in, it's still Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should figure out like a little pie chart of what we talk about, because how much of a slither do
that'd be nice.
Do you reckon Bean takes up?
I reckon it probably takes up a good 15 degrees on the pie chart.
Oh, what me say to you? Yeah, so I got this car now. I miss my old car terribly. This car, it's a bit it's a bit newer than my car. It's a Renault Clio.
Oh, a Renault Clio.
And I've renamed
Very nice.
I've renamed it White Lightning.
Hey, that's exciting. Hey, does it still take tape? So you're going to have to throw all your old ones out?
Bluetooth MP3s.
Oh, bloody hell. What's going to happen to all your old cassettes? I'll sort you out. You can replace a radio with a tape player. Easy.
I'll put a boombox on my passenger seat.
Oh, yeah. Just hold it on your shoulder while you're driving.
Yeah.
You've got Scatman John on tape, yeah?
Scatman John. I love Scatman John. I bloody love Scatman John. He loves me.
Right, top 3 songs. It's Can You Stop the Cavalry, Scatman John, and Xanadu. Tom, are you ready for a Chapter 32 rundown?
No, I've got plenty more to say. We are in
you?
the time of Christmas. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I have to agree.
Families getting together in some form or another. Hell, your friends could be your family. You on your own is your family. A one-person family.
Yeah.
I respect it. I'm a one-person family sometimes when everyone abandons me. So...
You can't be a one-person family sometimes. You're either on your own or you've got a family.
I am. Oh, I can be a one-person family.
I'm, one-person family sometimes when my mum and dad's not around. No, you still got your mum and dad, even if they're not there.
If I can't, right now, I'm an orphan. I don't know where they are. I'm a lost child.
That's one of the important parts of child development as a baby, because as a baby, when something goes away, you don't have an awareness that it still exists in the world. You think it's gone. So I think one of the earliest developmental stages is that the baby realises when, I don't know, mum leaves the room, mum's not gone, she's just in the kitchen or whatever.
Who's been teaching you about this?
I did a course once, like a training day or something, can't remember.
Who's put my Pottervision pal on a course? Is this part of the speed awareness course you've had to do?
Right, we will be getting to driving age, but we're going to start right at the beginning with you lot. Baby development. Right? That was years ago now, that speed awareness course. That was when that bloke was, he sat there for 2 hours, then left halfway through, and then didn't get, he had to still pay the fine and get the points, because he couldn't sit there and do it. He got so angry with what they were saying.
He shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't sit there, because he did that the whole time, and he wouldn't answer a question or do any of the activities, and then very clear where they were like, just be here, take part, and at the end we'll tick you off and say you did it. You don't use your points. You don't have to pay the fine. And then he did the first 2 hours, and then in the break he just left, and they were like, right, somebody's paying a fine and getting points.
I am always fascinated when people use the expression somebody when everyone knows who they're referring to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Somebody.
It's like, I don't know.
Certain someone.
It's like if I went, someone's got a beard and glasses, like I'm talking to you, you'd be like, yeah, me. Like, I don't know if something's wrong with my brain. Maybe I suffered a brain injury, but it's completely lost on me. Like, if we were in the car and you'd pass wind and I went, somebody's farted, like, you'd go, I farted.
I have. But maybe it's a thing to avoid confrontation, like a passive-aggressive thing.
I don't know.
Somebody's punched me in the face. Yeah, I just did.
I don't get it.
No. Well, There's a lot of things in this world I don't understand.
Somebody's been watching Babe Station. Yes, me. I've wasted every penny of my my last paycheck on it.
Somebody stop me. That's the mask.
Somebody stop me.
I feel like at some point Jim Carrey's just going to do a sequel of all these films from the 90s.
That'd be good.
You know, all these films come back at some point.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
I think there's going to be a Mask 2. I think there's going to be Ace Ventura 3.
Nah.
I think there's going to be Mr. Popper's Penguins, the Squeakquel.
You got me there, that's funny. No, he got me, finally. He said Squeakquel and it made me laugh.
The irony is I've never even watched that film. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah. Do you remember? Can you remember your first Christmas?
Well, what's very sad about me is that I don't have a lot of childhood memories. Like, I can't actually remember things. Like I know this is a bit horrible, but I know that. But whenever someone asks me what's my earliest memory, I'm like, I don't have a clue. I'd really struggle.
I don't remember my earliest memory. I can
that.
remember things, but I can't put them in order.
No.
What's your earliest memory?
But even I
remember the doctor
yeah.
cutting the umbilical cord and kissing me on the lips. He shouldn't have been doing that.
Even like primary school. No. Hey, it was the bloody 90s. It was fine. But but even like primary school, I can kind of vaguely remember. I remember like what the teachers looked like and what they were called, but I can't remember being there and doing anything specific.
That's weird.
It is, it's a bit frightening, really. But we all have a cross to bear.
That's unusual. I ask you a light-hearted question, and you give me back something very sad.
Well, I always want to be open and honest.
So funny. You got any fears, Lucas? For example, creepy crawlies, the dark, witches, goblins. Oh, I've got one. I've got this nightmare that I'm going to get brutally murdered in front of all of my loved ones, and there'll be nothing that anyone can do to stop. Right.
Mine was snakes. Oh. Brutally murdered. Snakes. Well, it doesn't always have to be funny, does it? I think we should do one Pottervision podcast where we try not to be funny.
Oh, there's a few of them.
Just have it be interesting instead.
There's a few not funny ones, and they happen to be uninteresting as well.
Yeah. Hey, well, we've been doing recently, you don't know this, but we've been doing recently an escape room episode on the Double Vision page. And it's us trying to do puzzles, right? Someone yesterday threatened to quit the Patreon if we do another one.
The thing is, Lucas, I didn't want to do the second one, and you went, yeah, we should. But the thing is, Lucas has got something, I don't know what it is, a developmental thing, where he has to finish things.
Excuse me? It's a bit weird starting things and then not finishing them.
You love it.
You
love starting things and not finishing them. I go, Lucas, only one audience member's turned up to this gig. Well, we've put on a gig. We're doing the show. Can we not refund them? No.
Yeah.
So.
But then other people have said they've really enjoyed it, so it's a mixed
Did they
bag.
say really or somewhat?
They didn't say somewhat. There was a really somewhere, definitely.
I enjoyed this, but really, it shouldn't have happened. They really enjoyed it.
But yeah, so if anyone else enjoyed those episodes, let us know.
No, but you generally do have this thing.
We've been threatened.
You have to do things like in an order that only makes sense to you, and you have to finish things as well.
What do you mean?
You always do it. I was like, why don't we do an episode of Double Vision on just Snape? We like do loads of Snape things. And you were like, no. You said to me, I will only feel comfortable doing that once we have finished the last book. I'm like, comfortable?
Yeah. Well, that was early on, I reckon. I wouldn't mind doing a Snape one now. I'm a lot more easygoing. Well, I think the idea was that it would... Yeah, I think in my mind, because we've not done the whole books, it would be weird doing a character study on him when we don't know the whole story. But... we could do one about Snape.
I just meant an hour of impressions. Not that'd be shit.
An hour of impressions. Just Snape, no one else.
That's who that was. It was Snape.
Yeah.
Can we stop the car?
But yeah, and for the gallery. But yeah, any people on the Patreon or people who want to join the Patreon, we're having a Patreon Christmas party, our annual Christmas party. This is the third year we've done one, where we'll meet up, we'll have a Potter-themed quiz and a good old catch-up, and that's on the 20th of December on a Wednesday.
I've got a feeling I'm going to win this quiz.
Yeah, you got a good... somewhere I remember writing down ideas for the quiz. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's going to be a good quiz.
We should give a prize out to the winner as like an incentive.
Yeah, £100?
Better than that.
Oh, right. Better than that, £110.
A week holiday in Fulda for your week of the year. Pick whichever week you want.
Well, I guess it'll be... maybe when I get a week off, I'll spend it entertaining somebody, shall I? What about a week in Stockport?
No.
In your new car driving around in a Renault Clio?
No, the listeners don't want that. The week in Stockport, UK, boo, Germany, way. Let old acquaintance be forgotten. Hello, be thy name. That's not it.
It is. It's an angel, a New Year's angel. Right. Yeah, sorry, yeah. And so all you need to do is be a patron on any tier, and you can join us for our Christmas party on the 20th of December. And also this year, last 2 years we did Christmas cards, but this year we're going to do Christmas messages. So if anyone wants a lovely festive message from the two of us, you just have to join the Patreon, request a message, and we'll record you a nice little Christmas message.
Give us some information about yourself. Don't just give us your name. Or if you want it, want it to be for someone else. Let's say you're a Patreon member, but you're like, oh, I want this. Yeah.
For my nana.
Yeah, say I love you to my nana, but don't seduce her. She's still mourning. No promises. No promises from the Pottervision boys.
Chin up, babe.
Parting at someone's nana. Chin up, babe.
We will do that for you. That's the offer, the Christmas offer. Yeah, forget Black Friday. We can say chin up to your grieving nana.
Chin up, babe.
For as little as £4.50. Think of something else.
What do you want for Christmas, grandson? Just give me power of eternity. But not eternity.
The power of eternity. Bloody hell, Thanos. Power of attorney, maybe. I was thinking maybe a book, some chocolates. No, power of eternity for me. Never.
The power of eternity. Oh my God. I'll see what I can do, love, but I don't know if Argos have got that. Well, then you'll have to withdraw some premium bonds, won't you?
So some of those shares Grandad invested in. Oh, I'll try.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Chin up, babe.
Hey, that could be on our impression repertoire. So Nana looking in her purse.
Because they've always got them purse clasps that do that, you know.
Yeah. The two balls that go around each other. Oh.
Sorry, love, but there's nothing in there. Look harder.
I've got a card reader.
Oh. Have fun.
So yeah, that's the offer if you'd like a lovely Christmas message from both of us. Yes, so chapter 32, Out of the Fire. Harry's been on the floor shouting and screaming, and he's seen Sirius being tortured in a dream. So he talks to Ron and Hermione and he's like, look, this is what's happening. There's a back and forth, they're arguing, should you go help him, should you not? Hermione says, you need to check in the fire if Sirius is there, and if he's not, then we'll rescue him from certain death. So they develop a plan where they're going to distract Umbridge with some garroting gas, and Harry's going to go in there in the office and try to talk to Sirius in Grimmauld Place. So all is going well. He sticks his head in the fire. Sirius is not there. Creature is there. And he's like, Sirius has gone out. He's like, right, bloody hell. Just then, Harry's hair is ripped out of his skull by none other than Professor Umbridge. She yanks him out of the fire. She's like, right, you little shit. What's going on here? She tries to get Snape to give him Veritaserum, but Snape doesn't respond. So she considers using the Cruciatus curse on Harry. At this point, Hermione pretends to cry and tricks Umbridge in thinking that the whole secret is that Dumbledore has a weapon in the Forbidden Forest and that she's gonna lead them to it. So Umbridge follows Harry and Hermione on her own, because she's daft, into the forest. And that was Out of the Fire.
What a chapter.
What a chapter. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a chapter. Harry was on the floor, crying and screaming. And then he's trying to convince Professor Tofty, this exam invigilator, that he's fine. And I think when you have an episode like that, you just got to admit, look, that I've just screamed my head off on the floor, shouting and screaming.
I was thinking about this because Professor Topsy's like, you need to go have a lie down, son. And Harry nods his head like a lunatic, going, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Yeah. And it made me think how deceitful children are. Because if I was a teacher, you've got to be like, he's just admitted he's fine for 5 minutes. Now he's nodding enthusiastically, telling me exactly what I want to hear. Play it a bit more. To rob the author's word. Coolly, boy.
Do you know what? You've mentioned it a lot, but I feel like this Coolly is coming in more and more. I feel like it was like 3 or 4 times in this chapter that somebody said something.
Snape looked at her coolly. She looked back coolly.
Yeah. The word coolly sponsoring you. Why is it so often in the damn book? So Harry goes off into the hospital wing to speak to McGonagall. And it says here, this is a direct quote, Pomfrey was spooning blue liquid into Montague's mouth. It's fine. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? I'm just spooning blue liquid into Montague's mouth.
Excuse me, Pomfrey.
Well, just say you're giving him his medicine. Why'd you have to
And
say
also,
it like that?
don't mention Montague's mouth. Don't even say his surname. Is that his surname Montague? Is that his first name?
Must be his surname, yeah. Same as Romeo.
Montague's mouth. Also, it's a very
Yeah. Well,
It's a very vulnerable thing to mention another person's features. Like, if I was sat with Martina, I was like, look at Lucas's lips. It feels very... You'd be like, oh, maybe don't look at my lips. I was like, look at his teeth and tongue. Isn't he a specimen?
Hello, Harry. I'm just shoving a swab into Capulet's nose. Excuse me. Patient confidentiality. Get yourself a curtain. Yeah, there's never a curtain, isn't there, in the hospital wing? They're all just exposed in a row of beds. Right, come on, trousers down. Look, there's 6 other people in this room. Can you not bring in a screen?
I'm ready for my rectoral exam, Mrs. Madame Pomfrey. I don't offer that.
I do not offer that.
Oh.
That's very suppository of you. Oh, I didn't like that. I made him cross, listeners. Yeah. Well, hey, I think, now this is actually, I'm going to criticise Stephen Fry, but I mean it as a compliment.
I'm going to criticise you, but I mean this as a compliment. You're one of the ugliest C words I've ever seen in my life.
In a good way. No, he missays a word, he misspeaks. He calls it St. Mungo's instead of St. Mungo's. Yeah.
Why didn't I hear that?
I don't know. But I rewound it back and heard it twice to make sure. But that is a credit to him, because I think that's the first time he's actually fluffed a line in 5 books. And I think that's very impressive. But I'll listen back to it all just in case. I've missed one.
Hermione, he has to push his case forward to Hermione and Ron that Sirius Black is in danger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Hermione accuses him of playing the hero.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think she's right.
Well, it's a point to raise, isn't it? But the thing is, Sirius, it maybe not in this particular scenario, because it might have been different in the Goblet of Fire challenge. But in this scenario, this is his only family member about to be murdered, right? So that's like, well, you know, in his eyes, his only family member. So it's a bit more serious than that, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it is, yeah.
If Hermione was about to say, I've just had a dream where my parents are being murdered at their house, I think Harry would take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah. Well, we know that my dreams actually see into real life. I've just had a dream that my parents are being murdered. Do you think we should go and check they're all right? Always playing the hero, aren't you? Me.
There's a great bit, though, where he says to Ron, he goes to Hermione, "Oh, you didn't care, you didn't mind me playing the hero when I was saving you from the Dementors, did you?" And then he looks at Ron and he goes, "Or saving you, your sister, from the Basilisk." And Ron goes, "I didn't say anything."
Don't bring me into this. Yeah.
Should I have let your sister die instead? Well, no, I'm going to marry her instead. Those aren't the 2 only options.
Look, I'm not even in this. Look, I'm going to marry her so much that she'll wish she was dead. What? I'm not even part of this conversation. What are you on about? Yeah, why does he turn round on Ron? There's no need to do that, is there? He don't know. Man don't know. Man shrug. And Harry is extremely rude. Luna and Ginny come in and they're like offering to help. And He says he swears at Luna Lovegood. It's like, she's the most passive human being in the world. Why are you being foul towards her?
Harry, can I help? Fuck you.
I think I've just seen another nagger. Will you shut your trap? Oh.
Fuck off.
Yeah? Yeah? That clear enough for you? Put that in the quibbler. Hey, and Ginny is I think we've finally seen Ginny come out of her shell a bit. She's very proactive. She's coming up with ideas how she can distract Umbridge, garroting gas and all that good stuff. But do you know what annoyed me? All this situation could be avoided if those stubborn wizarding bastards would just bring in a bit of muggle technology. Mobile phone. Text. Sirius, year round, what's going on? Ring Dumbledore. Do you know what I mean, or do you not know what I mean?
No, I appreciate it. It's a bit of sentiment that's been brought up on the podcast before. But I do fear it would ruin the charm of the series. You know, if everything was like mobile phone based, we wouldn't have the need for owls, would we? And that's like...
No.
A big part of the magic of the series, so I have to disagree with you there. And I suppose if they had a direct means of contact, it wouldn't lead to this climax we're about to have at the Ministry of Magic, would it?
Thank you so much for that well-reasoned response. I really appreciate it. Yeah. But it turns out he gets his head in the fire, Creature's there, and it turns out that Sirius isn't there. So, what a huge waste of time that's all been. And then...
Creature says he's at the Ministry, doesn't he?
Yes. Which is where he is, yeah.
Is he? Why?
Because he's at the Department of Mysteries. And Dumbledore wants the prophecy thing, doesn't he? And he's torturing him.
Oh, right. Dumbledore wants it.
Oh, Voldemort, I mean. But maybe Dumbledore wants it as well to protect it. But I did mean Voldemort.
Dumbledore, Voldemort. I thought he didn't have him in. It's a trap.
Maybe he doesn't, but that's what he thinks anyway. But he ends up there, doesn't he? I don't know.
He comes in later on to the fight.
Oh, I don't know. I've not read it, have I?
You're meant to be the voice of reason on this pod. You're like, oh, Tom's so lazy. And then you're like, yeah, he's actually there. Voldemort's got him and he's torturing him. What?
No, I don't know. But that's what Harry thinks, isn't it? I haven't read this book once as a kid. I'm reading it now together, aren't we? We're discovering it as we go along.
Do you know what people do to me all the time? People always call our podcast Pottermore to me.
Oh, well, it's more famous, isn't it?
They go, oh yeah, I listen to Pottermore. And I'm like, I don't know what that is.
How can you listen to a website?
I'm blind and that's how my computer works.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to be rude. Yeah. Well, we never call it Pottervision. When someone's like, even the show, we're like, do you want to come see Harry Potter show? Yeah, right.
Well,
it's the Harry Potter show.
We always call it the Pottervision podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pottervision podcast. Yeah.
What
do you call it? Email in if you have little nicknames for our podcast.
Oh, I was reading one of the reviews last night on Apple, and I think you've read it out, but it made me laugh. Where some lad's like, "Hi, came to see the show in Southampton. Love the podcast. I was Tom's doppelganger. The other guy's funny too."
That other bloke.
I'm the other guy.
It's Tom Lawrenson and me, the other one. Welcome to the show. Yeah, just a reminder, if anyone wants to send us a review, if you've not already, go on the Pottervision podcast on our iTunes and give us a nice review if you'd like to.
We'll read it out on the show.
Yeah, we'll read it out on the show, and it might make us laugh. It might make us feel nice.
We've not said
Unless
this yet.
It's a bad review, and then we'll feel bad.
But the best review will get a weekend away, all expenses paid trip to Fulda.
Oh, that's lovely. So there's 2 prizes on offer. So that's 2 weeks I'm going to give up. The holidays.
And this is any time you want, and you get to shadow a teacher in school.
I'm glad that word was shadow. Yeah, good. That's where I was going. This is a one-time offer, and you get to shadow a teacher in school. Oh.
Kirkby, who's this visitor you have with you? Look, this was the better of 2 options.
Yeah, just ignore this person here.
You'll get to shadow.
Oh yeah.
Listen, all I want for Christmas is the power of eternity.
That's all I want. Can I have that, Nana? Oh, I'll have to see it's been tight this year.
Well, you should turn the eating off once in a while, shouldn't you?
Put a jumper on instead.
Go sit in the library. That's open all day.
Nana's doing that so you can have the power of eternity. Oh. You don't mind, do you, librarian? No, we don't mind. You sit there.
We're getting my grandson the power of eternity.
Oh, my grandson wants that too.
But only one of them can have it.
It's the sequel to Jingle All the Way. 2 nanas battling it out to get the final power of eternity for their grandson. Hey, that'd be good.
So, Harry pulls his face out the fire.
Oh, yeah.
Umbridge slaps him on the arse. She goes, "Oi, oi, behind you." He goes, funny, uncomfortable, because he thinks, she's a teacher, but I don't feel right. That's weird, why did I say that?
She says, I've been shadowing you while you've been talking to somebody in the fire. And I don't like what I've experienced.
And she goes, "You've been talking to..." It's so funny how wild her guesses are. Dumbledore, come on, you can tell me. The Weird Sisters. Ollivander. What?
Come on, who's been talking to... Joe Pasquale. Mandela. Come on, just tell me. Don't make me guess. I look stupid.
Ant and Dec, come on.
Come on. Just Ant, just Dec. Both.
And he's like, "I won't say." Snape, get truth serum, please. He comes in. And she goes, yeah, make some more. "Oh, I can make some more," coolly. "But it took a month." And she goes, "I ain't got a month." And he goes, "Oh, bite him with a snake, might kill him." And she's like, "Oh, leave." And then Harry goes, "They've got Padfoot in the place where it's hidden." And Snape goes, "What are you talking shit to me?"
Well, I don't think it's a very cryptic clue, is it? I think loads of people knew that Sirius Black's nickname was was Padfoot. Snape, Birius Slack is in the Department of Distilleries.
My bad's best band Ballsbow by Bodfather.
Biz being butchered by Voldemort.
Well, who's Voldemort?
Oh, I knew that last one. That last one was definitely Voldemort.
Butchered? I don't know that, so...
Birius Black. Well, Black.
Draco.
Black's already starting with a B.
Draco, Crab God, can you help? That's funny. He goes as well. And Crab, loosen your headlock on. Who is it? Longbottom.
Crab is with Neville.
He goes, loosen your headlock on Longbottom if you ever want a character reference from me. What?
If I see it, I will have to report it. But only when you're looking for a job. That's mad, isn't it? Like someone's like... Someone got someone in a headlock. Well, if you murder him, I cannot give you a good reference.
Says here, in year 10, you got a boy in a headlock. I did. Yeah, boys will be boys, won't they? You've got the job.
Yeah, it says here you once gave somebody a Chinese burn. Why is that on your CV? Thought it'd be important. It isn't. Welcome to the company.
Oh, and also, it's just struck 12 while I've got your hand. Should old acquaintance be forgotten?
New Year's Eve job interview. Yes, I'm sorry it is an awkward time. It's 11:57 on December 31st. Yeah, but we're looking for somebody in the new year. Hope you're ready to start straight away in about 3 minutes.
Well, can I just say, I've loved meeting you today, but we've decided to go with another candidate that's a lot more qualified. But while I've got you, should old acquaintance be forgotten? To me, right, I think there's plenty of listeners who are like, that's not funny. But to me, in fact, it's the funniest thing in the world.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd hired me. You shook my hand. No, that was Old Lang Syne. I never said you had the job.
Also, about 40 people watched the video of this, and the other 1,500 listened to it exclusively. So that might have been lost on a lot of you, but we were acting out handshakes.
Yes. Well, yeah, some people must be very clueless just listening. But yeah, these are all free on YouTube. Video versions where you can see us scratch our head and sometimes do actions.
There's not many podcasts where it's just two people talking, is it? A lot of them have guests.
I think there's a lot of podcasts that are two people talking.
A lot of time it's
there's not many podcasts where it's a couple of people talking.
No, they've always got a guest, or it's like one of them is a guest and the other one has the podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, we've had Lewis Shaw a couple of times, and once David Stanier.
We had a man on a Patreon who auditioned for Harry Potter.
Joe and Rory have been on.
Hey, and last but by far no means least, Oliver.
Hey, Oliver Bing. Hey. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe we should get some more guests on.
I'm going to put Oliver Bing in my will.
Yeah, I think you should. I'm putting him on my CV. Podcasted alongside Oliver Bing.
Oh. Podcasted alongside Oliver Bing. That's very impressive. May I? Should old acquaintance be...
Well, when I first read about the birthday beats you handed out, I was a bit sceptical, but podcasted with Oliver Bing, you're hired.
Birthday what?
Birthday beats.
Oh,
did you have that at your school?
Yeah.
If it was your birthday, you get punched for as many times as you were old. And it used to also be pinch punch first of the month. I don't know if you had that at your school. But it was like the 1st of February, someone go, pinch punch first of the month. It's like, God's sake. April Fool's was doubly tragic.
No,
A pinch punch first of the month, and then a trick.
we had cuddle and piss when cuddle and kiss when you have a piss.
What is that? Hey, yeah, we had pinch punch first of the month. Yeah, we had cuddle and kiss when you're having a piss.
Someone's having a piss, you got behind them, arms round. And they'd lean back into it and just go, It's a delight for the senses.
Yeah, we used to give each other birthday beats. Yeah, we used to have slap and a hit when you're having a shit. What? Bloody hell's that?
How's it come out?
Was it? Yeah, maybe you get scared. Yeah, we used to give each other a little punch on the first of the month. I used to get beat up in the middle of number 2. That sounds like bullying.
You never had cuddle and kiss when you're having a piss?
Somebody used to attack me in the toilet.
You never had cuddle and kiss when you're having a piss?
I've never had cuddle and kiss while I'm having a piss.
Oh, how's that bullying? It's nice.
Yeah, cuddle and kiss, yeah. Is that a genuine thing?
Of course not, you lunatic.
All right.
What?
I believed you. I am quite gullible, me. But anything can happen in Blackpool.
Blackpool, Wales, more like.
Wales, more like.
You come from what's that? Put a man inside a scarecrow and set him alight. That's your neighbourhood, that is.
Well, they did have the Welsh Knot. Have I ever talked to you about the Welsh Knot?
No, what's that?
So in Victorian times, they wanted to kill off the Welsh language, right? So in Wales, there was a rule called the Welsh Knot, and if you were caught speaking Welsh, you had to hang a piece of rope around your neck with a slate hanging on it, really heavy, and on it would say Welsh Knot, and you'd have to wear it for the whole day, and it would like hurt your neck as a punishment for speaking Welsh.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I'll say it.
What happened to you?
Back in Victorian times was that.
What happened to you then? It's all right.
No. Oh, my dear beloved ancestors.
You're barely Welsh. You got all English blood in you. Barrowing furnace, half Scouser. You make me sick.
Yeah, it is true that 3 out of 4 of my grandparents are English.
Well,
yeah. But I was born and bred in Wales.
I am of the philosophy that wherever you believe is your home is your home.
All right, I'm from Tajikistan.
Well, you're not from Tajikistan, are you? You've never lived there. You've never been. You can't name me 3 facts about Tajikistan.
All right, it's very. Some people there eat chips.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
It is.
It's not, and it's not a fact that that can be like clarified.
It is. Some people in Tajikistan definitely eat chips.
If you were fucking doing a quiz, right, and it said which of these countries ending in stan eat chips, and Tajikistan was one of the options, do you think that'd be a good quiz?
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Forget 3. I can name you 7 interesting facts about Tajikistan.
Have you just googled it?
No.
You just googled it.
It's inspiring high altitude scenery in the world. That's not a fact.
I can see it reflected on your glasses.
Oh. Hey, it was at the heart of the Silk Road. Here we go. It's home to the world's longest glacier outside the polar regions, called the Fedchenko Glacier.
Can a podcast go by without you mentioning the Fedchenko Glacier? I am sick of it.
Hey, wait about Dushanbe. That's the capital city, and it's named after Monday in Persian. That's quite interesting. One of these facts is about the future. It will be home to the world's highest dam.
No, it won't.
Hey, it'll be expected to be ready in 2028.
Fine, if you love Tajikistan so much, you have to go live there.
These are 7 facts. The 6th fact is you can catch some fascinating local sports. That's not a fact.
Better than your...
Hey, Buzz Cashy, we learned about that. Do you remember? When we were doing these, the Quidditch Through the Ages on Patreon, we were learning about weird games, and we learned about Buzz Cashy.
No, we didn't.
It did. And the final fact about Tajikistan is it's highly susceptible to... What do you think?
Flooding. Flooding!
Oh, flooding. No, earthquakes. But maybe flooding as a result. Highly susceptible to pudding. They cannot resist
You
dessert.
chips and pudding. You think the people of Tajikistan just eat and eat?
They do. They put the eat in Tajikistan.
This has been the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything more to say. But, well, just at the end, the idea that I feel like Umbridge is very easily tricked. Do you not think by Hermione? Like, I think whatever, the whole crying bit and the bit about the weapon is like, okay, that's believable, because she doesn't want Harry to be tortured. But this whole bit about, oh, only you can come with us to see it. We don't want any other people there. You alone, without any help. I feel like that bit, she was a little bit gullible with that. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think she was just... She believed Hermione. God, what an annoying name. I've been down south.
Hermione,
Down south recently. Been listening to posh Southerners, and it's funny. I grew up thinking I was posh, but the posh thing about me was that I had a set of clothes outside of my school uniform. So I wore my school uniform all week, and on the weekend I'd put on a t-shirt and a different pair of jeans, right? And I thought, wow, I'm posh.
Yeah.
When you go to London, you realise these people who have millions and millions and millions of pounds, and their families have always been rich, and they hate you for some reason. So sometimes when you listen to these names they have, Hermione, social media. Nella Rose is of this part of the social media generation. Is that how you talk? It doesn't sound nice. Sounds rotten. Sounds evil. What are you planning? What are you hiding in there? Release them. Set them free.
Just the idea of meeting somebody for the first time and them going, hello, and you go, oh, that does not sound nice. I don't like the sound of that. Is there another one? Anyone else? God, those posh bastards. You're the one who wouldn't accept him for who he was.
I'll have a think about that rant I just did. But I think, hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, a bit of self-reflection is always a good thing. Now, Tom, I did warn you, there's been an uprising. At least 10 people have asked for the return of the quiz. Sure. Have you got one? All right, here we go.
Name me 7 interesting facts about... Where was it? Tajikistan. Name me 7 interesting facts about Tajikistan.
I'm going to try without looking again at the page.
So you shouldn't... Were you cheating? You've lost.
Yeah, I'm not looking again now. I'm going to try and remember from before.
Have you closed the page?
Yeah, I'm looking at you now.
Listeners, he makes me think he's still got the page open.
Well, I can cross it down if you want me to, but I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at you. There we go. It's crossed now. All right. Right. The first one of the facts were that you could watch local sports. That was one of the facts. The second fact was that it will have the world's largest dam in 2028.
Correct, sir.
The third fact is that its capital is named after Monday.
Which is?
Oh, God. It's the Persian word for Monday. I think it's Dushanbe. It is Dushanbe. It's Dushanbe. The other one, it has the world, apart from in the polar regions, it has the world's longest glacier. How many is that?
Yeah, sure.
4?
I hope people are playing along at home.
Oh, what were the others? There were 3 more. There was another one that was like a non-fact. And that was... Oh, it used to be the centre of the Silk Road, which is a very famous trading route. So that's 5, and then I think I'm going to struggle with the rest. For the sake of entertainment, I won't let myself think in silence for 2 minutes, because I probably won't remember any more, but I'll...
You normally do, you mad bastard. That's one of the biggest things of that escape room we were doing. I'm going to Lucas, maybe edit out the silences. He goes, no. Keep them in. I go, you sure?
Well, in my head, I thought people would want to play along at the same time. Someone did comment saying they tried it as well. Escape room. But all right, I can't think of any more. I could only give you 5 facts about Tajikistan.
Number 6, susceptible to flooding.
Oh no, earthquakes! It's
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. I can't remember what the other one was.
Unfortunately, Mr. Kirkby, you have lost the Pottervision quiz.
Oh no! Oh, high altitude scenery. Never mind.
Yes, obviously.
And now it's time for the nation's back to second favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Drubbings. We're not alluding to owl poo, we're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the message you send in when you allude to Hedwig's droppings. What's in a beak this week? Well, yesterday, we had a lovely message from somebody called Lita, or Leta, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, Lita says, I absolutely love your podcast, which is helping me a lot to get through an important exam. It's a bit like GCSEs, but in France, because I use your podcast to revise. Keep up what you are doing and keep being you, please. P.S. Can we bring back the quiz and the rundown interruptions? It's been a while since we've had them. He likes that. He don't like the quiz coming back, but the rundown interruptions. So yeah, maybe next week we'll have some more rundown interruptions. Yeah, so thank you very much, later, and bon chance with your exams.
We'll have to do a poll on the Instagram story. What do you want to return? You can have one: the rundown interruptions or the quiz.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I will respect the verdict of said poll.
Or Tom's riddle.
Or Tom's riddle. Yeah. That'll be good. Yeah, so thank you so much for your email. Now, as always, we have a few patrons to welcome to the fold. And the first one today is a baby Harry, and it's Isin Altinkaya.
Oh, me. Isin
Yes, you know.
Altinkaya. You are a baby who has been forbidden from speaking your native tongue, Welsh. They have tied a knot around your neck and have paraded you through the village. I am a British bystander. What British everyone is. I am an English bystander, a Victorian, watching this whole thing unfold. I say, is it right a baby should have to wear the knot? Someone slaps me. I grab their hand and squeeze it so tight. Unbelievably tight, it goes purple. They start shrieking. Their hand falls off, falls to the floor, and starts, dies.
Oh.
Everyone runs away. All that's left is me and you. I take the knot from your neck, hold you up, and...
There we go. So welcome, Issy. We also have another baby Harry, so please welcome Amy Watts.
Amy Watts. You are at a casino walking round, a baby with money. You go to the blackjack table. They refuse you service. No babies. Then you go over to the slot machines. No babies. I'm seeing this whole thing unfold. I work there.
Yeah.
I work on the roulette table. I say, baby, baby, come on, baby, baby, baby. You're ignoring me a bit, like, oh God, that's not. Something's off. But I continue, baby, baby. You get refused from 5 other tables. You think, fine. You come over to my table. You say, all on red. £1 million you put forward. I go, all on red, £1 million. Throw the ball in. What?
Yeah. I don't think they say it like that. All on red, £1 million.
I spin the roulette table. Everyone's watching. Whoa, 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 whoa. You fall in. Oh, now baby is rolling round the roulette table. The roulette ball, you swallow it. I think, oh, I'm losing my job. I've made this whole thing happen. Right? I think what to do. I see another baby. Throw them in.
Double or nothing.
This second baby hits you, dislodges the ball, and the roulette table starts slowing down. The ball lands on red. You're a winner. £2 million coming your way. I hold you up. They say to me, you're going to have to leave. I said, is it because I kissed the baby? They said, no, because everything else. I was like, fine.
All right, so the next the next baby is Katrina Thwaite, who is a baby Harry.
Katrina Thwaite, you are at the cinema watching West Side Story. Maria, Katrina, we're the jets, you're the snakes, I'm a wolf. Oh, that's me watching the film. You're with your parents and they've fallen asleep. A bit of a boozy afternoon, right? You've continued watching the film, eating popcorn. You've run out of popcorn. So you go for exploring along the floors. What else you can eat? It's a piece of gum. Some a cola cube. Ooh. Someone runs into the cinema and shouts, fire.
Yeah.
Stampede begins. Your parents are looking for their baby. Baby, where's my baby? I've been watching this whole thing unfold. People are running towards you, about to trample on you. I start grabbing them and throwing them out the way to get them away from you. We do not trample babies when I'm present. That is one of the biggest rules I have. I scoop you up. Someone else, so annoyed that I've been throwing people, grabs me to throw me. Me and you go flying through the air so far back towards the projectionist, yeah? We're in the projectionist room. I've got you now. It's confusing. Where are we? The projectionist is nowhere to be seen. I look down into the cinema. No one can get out. Someone has bolted the doors. They've shouted fire, but then locked the doors. Me and you run down to investigate further. We get to the doors, and who is there but the projectionist, right? He's playing a prank. I box his lights out, right? I open the doors, and people grab me. They think I've done it. I said, you do not remember me from the film throwing people about? They were like, yeah, that's why we're going to batter you. I was like, oh. But before you do, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Katrina. And we've got a baby Hermione. Oh, all right. We'll do more next time. This has been the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Just to remind you, as we said, the Liverpool date has fallen through, but we will still be doing Pottervision in Manchester on, I believe, the 5th of January, and we'll be in London on the 7th of January, where we'll be doing our new Chamber of Secrets show from the Edinburgh Fringe in the first half, and then in the second half we'll be doing a live podcast. So you can get all your tickets. Just go on pottervision.com and follow those bloody links that we've handily put up there for you. Also, if you want to join the Patreon, we're doing some video recorded Christmas messages, so you can join us before Christmas, and we'll get some videos sent to you or to a loved one. And we're also having an online Christmas party on the 20th of December, where we'll be doing a Potter-based quiz and having a good old catch-up and a Q&A and a good old end-of-year shindig. Otherwise, we will just tell you that the next episode will be 130, Chapter 33 of Book 5, Fights and Flights. You have been a quiz-resurrecting Tom Lawrenson.
And you have been a cuckoo clock, Lucas Kirkby.